Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And before we get into some of the deeper stuff and navigate important leadership situations through body language, I wanted to take this module as an opportunity to go over some real life interesting case studies with you and go over some successes and failures in nonverbal communication for leaders of today and leaders of the past. And through this detailed examination, we will gain a deeper understanding of the true role that body language plays in leadership effectiveness, and hopefully also learn some valuable lessons that can be applied to your own leadership practice. Let's start with a success story. And this is all about Nelson Mandela's unifying body language. Nelson Mandela's body language went beyond simple gestures. His entire demeanor projected a sense of calm, dignity, and genuine warmth. Actually, Mandela often used something called the Madiba dance, which is a unique and playful dance that captivated his audience. It also disarmed potential adversaries and demonstrated his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. So, to create a unifying leadership presence, incorporate a range of body language cues that convey warmth, openness, and an authentic communication to others. Now, I'm not telling you to dance. If it is your thing, you can go for it. But for some people, it's a warm smile. Some people have some gestures that they really like doing and come naturally to them. For some of them, it's an open stance or they have really nice, warm way of talking to others. Whatever it is, choose a few body language cues that really allow you to create a unifying presence and practice incorporating them over and over again until they just become a part of your leadership practice. Now, with success comes failure. So let's talk about this failure story. And this failure story is Richard Nixon's disastrous TV debate. And for this, we're going all the way back to 1960, guys, which is the first televised U.S. presidential debate in history. In this debate, Richard Nixon's poor nonverbal communication negatively impacted viewers' perception of his competence and trustworthiness. Throughout the entire debate, Nixon appeared uncomfortable, he avoided eye contact, as you can see in his picture, and he displayed various nervous gestures, which stood in stark contrast to John F. Kennedy's confident and poised demeanor, who was his competitor, also running for office at that time. So, paying attention to your appearance and nonverbal cues, especially in high stakes situations, is crucial for projecting confidence and credibility. Always take a look at things like, are you maintaining eye contact? Are you standing upright? Are you being nervous at all? And what sort of confidence you're projecting, as people will be able to catch on and will actually make assumptions based on your body language. Now, moving on to another success story, and this is all about Sheryl Sandberg's authentic and empathetic leadership. Sheryl Sandberg's body language conveys vulnerability and openness, which really helps her connect with others on a deeper level. For example, during her famous TED Talk on women in leadership, she used animated gestures and expressive facial expressions to empathize and emphasize her points, making her message more relatable and making it more encouraging. On top of this, her empathetic listening skills were also present and clearly demonstrated in her tendency to lean in towards others during conversations, which actually, such a small thing as leaning in when someone else is talking, demonstrated her genuine interest in their perspectives and their comments. So, the key takeaway from this, guys, is to foster authentication or authentic connections with your team. Combine empathetic listening with open and expressive body language that showcases your willingness to engage. Now, let's take a look at one more failure story that we can actually learn a lot from. And this is Tony Hayward's detached body language during the BP oil spill incident. And for this one, during the 2010 Deepwater Horizon oil spill crisis, the then CEO of BP, British Petroleum, Tony Hayward, was heavily criticized for his detached body language during press conferences and interviews that happened after the instance. So Hayward's lack of eye contact, as you can see in these pictures, closed off posture, and disinterested facial expressions. Like, look at the first photo, guys. Really contributed to the public perception of him as someone who is uncaring and out of touch. So, what we want to take from this, guys, is that in times of crisis, leaders such as yourselves must be mindful of your body language, your facial expressions, and all these little nonverbal cues to communicate and convey empathy, concern, and engagement with the situation at hand. If you're wondering how, don't worry at all. We're going over all this in the upcoming modules in this section where we will teach you how to navigate important leadership situations through your body language and through your nonverbal communication. But what these case studies do is that these case studies serve as powerful reminders of the impact of body language on leadership success. So, by learning from the successes and failures of others, you can actually refine your own nonverbal communication skills and effectively navigate high stake leadership situations. And as I mentioned in the upcoming modules, we're going to continue exploring various aspects of body language and nonverbal communication, equipping you with the tools and insights you need to become an effective and inspiring leader. So, I'll see you in the next one.